Sigh.
What's wrong, Sam?
Janet, our podcast isn't making any money.
Work It isn't making money? But we're Canada's best anti-capitalist sketch comedy podcast.
But the fact remains, we're broke.
Oh, well, let's bust out the socialist want ads. Let's see. Paid protesters for Antifa riot.
Nathan J. Robinson personal shopper.
Ooh, Harbinger Media seeks sports broadcasters for first annual Socialympics, the leftist Olympiad.
I hate sports ball. See how I called it sports ball? Got their ass.
Yes, Sam, you got sports' ass. Well done. But damn it, we need cash.
Damn it, you're right. Sports ball it is.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Harbinger Media's first annual Socialympic Games, the global sporting event for leftists.
I guess this means we got the job during the scene transition.
Shut up! I'm Janet Mowat.
And I'm Sam Almang. First to recap last night's opening ceremonies.
The ghost of Pete Seeger sang the Socialympics anthem, Solidarity Forever.
There was a beautiful salute to the troops presented by Miss Murray's kindergarten class.
3% of U.S. military spending could end world hunger. Can I go potty?
And finally, Don Cherry was marched naked through the stadium and pelted with rotten tomatoes.
I don't believe, and I really believe this, I don't believe women should be in the male dressing room.
Truly inspiring.
Now, Sam, many people are wondering why Harbinger Media has created an Olympiad for nerdy leftists.
Well, Janet, for starters, Harbinger claims that sports are a perfect springboard for socialist indoctrination.
Ah, because they teach us about labor issues, collective action, the power of a team over the individual. I can see it.
Oh, and also Harbinger's telecom vertical Nashwatel bought Sportsnet. So there's that.
There it is.
Well, Janet, enough chit-chat. It's time for the next event.
And here with your play-by-play for the finals in the 20-meter tweet-off are Sham and Janot, who definitely aren't us.
Welcome everyone to the finals of the 20-meter tweet-off. I'm Sham.
And I'm Janot. Our finalists today are the big man himself, Drill, tweetin' Congresswoman AOC, universally reviled dog rates, and the heavy favorite in this event, Canada's own Rob Rousseau.
The competitors have their thumbs at the ready.
And they're off! AOC immediately challenges Greta Thunberg to a game of Among Us that's sure to distract from the force the vote chatter.
Drill claims to have a turd that looks like Rudy Giuliani. Not his best work, let's see if it pays off.
Rob Rousseau tweets about Santa Baby being horny. Bit of a curveball, but what's this? 8,000 faves.
And he's just getting started, I'm sure. Well, with competition underway now, let's check in with Andre Goulet at courtside.
Thanks, Sham and Janot. I've got dog rates here. Dog rates, how did you even wind up in the leftist tweeting competition?
Wait, this isn't sports ball. Get back in your crate, you heckin' 2 out of 10 doggo.
Thank you, dog rates. Sham and Janot, before we go back to you, I was hoping we could have a few words with our Socialympic hosts, Sam and Janet. Hey, Janet.
Hey, Andre, great leftist sporting event you've put on here.
Yeah, Sham and Janot are doing an awesome job on the play-by-play. Well done.
They're amazing, and you know, we only bring in the very best talent here at the Harbinger Media Network.
Well, speaking of which, Andre, this is our first appearance on Harbinger Society Presents, so thank you for having us.
It's our absolute pleasure, and you know, it only made sense to bring in a pair of sketch comedians for this sportscast. And Sam, you two usually appear in the podcast Work It. Can you tell me something more about that?
My pleasure, Andre. Work It is a sketch comedy podcast about jobs and working, and basically we explore the plight of the working stiff under late capitalism and find ways to laugh about it.
Laughing in the face of this cruel universe and cruel reality and tragic reality, that totally makes sense. Janet, what about what people can expect to hear when they tune in to a fresh episode of Work It?
Well, by sheer coincidence, the scene that we're doing right this moment is a good demo of our comedic vibe. I don't know how things worked out that way. Every episode of Work It follows a labor-related theme, like unions, training, the gig economy, etc. And we do our best to squeeze all all the silliness we can from that theme.
Well, now that everyone listening is clamoring for more, Sam, how can people tune in to new episodes of Work It?
Listeners can tune in live every Friday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern on CFMU, which is McMaster Campus Radio, located here in beautiful Hamilton, Ontario, which you may be aware is a city full of labor history, and indeed home of the Workers' Arts and Heritage Center, or WAC, on scenic Stewart Street. But besides that, you can listen live at cfmu.ca or find us on all the usual podcast platforms, which you can find linked from workitpod.com.
It's as easy as that. Go to workitpod.com, people. And Janet, you and Sam might have maybe some other comedic projects that you have on the go you'd like to share with us right now?
As a matter of fact, we do. Sam and I have just launched a comedy website called Widget, which you can find at widgetmag.com. Our tagline for the site is fart jokes and anti-capitalism, and our priority is to publish and pay emerging writers from underrepresented groups and to create an alternative space for ideas and discourse in Canadian media alongside the fart jokes. You can find more and pitch us with your left comedy ideas at widgetmag.com.
And please, oh please, give us a follow at widgetmaglol on Twitter and Instagram, and at widgetmag on the Great Satan itself Facebook.
Truly satanic. Okay, you guys, a quick purity test. Which one of you guys would you say knows or cares the least about sports?
Well, personally, I don't want to brag, Andre, but I can't even name a sports team, so...
Ha! Liar! You've got like a bajillion Brandon Wheat Kings posters on your wall.
Yeah, of course. Come on, they're pretty things. And hey, what about your Space Jam poster, Janet? Oh, hang on. What about your Air Bud 3 World Pup poster?
That's different! Air Bud is art, you motherfucker.
It's art, yeah.
No, it's all special effects, Andre and Janet. That dog isn't even playing soccer.
How
I bet he
dare
couldn't even
you,
play
Sam.
soccer
I will
if he
not
tried.
Sit here
They don't
and
let
listen
dogs
to you
play soccer. It's
besmirching the
illegal.
good name of Bud.
I'm gonna let you be
sports-playing
the
dog.
Andre,
Guys,
chill out.
guys, look, can we all agree that Air Bud is a beautiful film full of pathos, tragedy, and human and animal emotion, and that the Brandon Wheat Kings play in the Paris of the Prairies in Brandon, Manitoba? For God's sake, let's pivot back to the field. There's been a development in the tweeting finals. I'm going to throw it back to Sham and Janot. Sham, what is going on down there?
Yes, thank you, Andre. It's Pandemonium here as Rob Rousseau has started a flame war with Queen Elizabeth II.
Rousseau is simply on another level here, Sham.
The Queen has just decried Rousseau's anti-girl boss rhetoric. How will he respond?
Rousseau quote tweets he'd rather his daughter dated an MS-13 gang member than marry Prince Harry.
Surely the gold medal's in the bag for Rousseau. But what's this?
It appears to be a squadron of RAF paratroopers descending on the arena and sporting bad accents.
Yes, and the Queen herself is leading the charge.
I'll drag you into power hell, Robert! Attack!
Toodle pip, by Joe. Otto, Gussie. This is bad news for Canada's shit-posting phenom.
The gold is slipping from Rousseau's grasp.
But here comes Kate Jacobson and an army of dogs.
She must have liberated them from dog rates during the break. Well done, Kate.
And now Rousseau and Jacobson are riding a very, very big dog around trying to chomp the Queen's butt.
Oh, please don't chase me. I'm trying to walk nimbly over here.
She's surprisingly nimble.
With the gold all but assured for Rousseau now, let's go back to you, Sam and Janet.
Thanks, Sham and Janot. Thrilling stuff.
Janet, this has been a truly spectacular day so far, and there's much more to come. The next Social Olympic event is leftist podcasting. We've got Abdul, Malik, and Eytan Tobin just getting ready to begin their attempt. We join them now at the Marks & Engels cafeteria in conversation with Andre Goulet. Let's listen in.